In the calm depths of our innermost selves, where the tumult of the world fades and the true essence of existence whispers, lies a profound philosophy, Stoicism, born in the heart of ancient Greece. Stoicism beckons us to a higher path, marked by self-control, peace of mind, and unwavering pursuit of virtue. It calls upon us to release the chains of destructive emotions and embrace life with inner strength and tranquility. Gracefully and calmly, the sanctuary of peace of mind. In the refuge of our minds we find peace. Marcus Aurelius, the king of philosophers, wrote in his Meditations, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your mind." We must guard our minds as a bulwark against the chaos of the world. In the silence of introspection, we find that peace is not found in external circumstances, but in our own hearts. By accepting what we can't change and focusing on what we can do, we develop a calm soul, not distracted by the desires of fate. Light of virtue. Virtue is the only true good, the guiding star of our existence. It is the pursuit of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperament that elevates us above instinctive beings. Seneca, a Roman Stoic, reminds us virtue alone is invincible, and it does not require weapons or external defenses. In living with virtue, we align ourselves with the order of the universe, finding purpose and meaning in every action. Virtue is not just an abstract ideal, it is a daily practice, a commitment to excellence in everything we do. Overcoming destructive emotions. Destructive emotions are the shadows that cloud our path. Anger, jealousy, and sadness are born from our judgments, from our failure to see things as they are. The Stoic philosopher Chrysippus taught that we do not suffer from the events in our lives, but from our judgment of them. By changing our perception, we can change our reality. We learn to see obstacles as opportunities to grow, difficulties as teachers, and pain as passing shadows that cannot touch our inner light. Traveling together, we are on this journey together, bound by our common humanity and the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. In moments of quiet reflection, let us remember the words of Epictetus. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Let us listen to the teachings of the Stoics, not as echoes of the distant past, but as the truths of life that guide our daily life. Conclusion. In our peace of mind, we find the strength to control ourselves, the peace to accept what we cannot change, and the clarity to pursue virtue as the only true good. We are the architects of our destiny, the guardians of our inner peace, and the champions of a well-lived life. As we walk the path of Stoicism, let us do so with courage, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to the highest ideals. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, stop spending time debating who should be a good person. Be one. Let us work together with a firm heart and a firm mind towards the Stoic ideals. For in this pursuit, we find not only the essence of virtuous living, but the true measure of our humanity. Courage in the face of adversity. Life often confronts us with seemingly insurmountable challenges, obstacles that test our resilience to the limit. However, in the face of this difficulty, we are reminded by the great Stoic Seneca, who said, "A fire tests gold, difficulty testing great people. Every obstacle is a stepping stone to greatness." When we face it with courage, we not only overcome the challenge, but also strengthen our character. Courage in Stoicism, it is not the absence of fear, but the ability to move forward in spite of fear. It is the power to act with integrity and conviction, even in the darkest of times. Constancy and value. In a world that often revolves around materialism and transient pleasures, Stoicism reminds us to hold fast to our values. Epictetus teaches us that wealth does not consist in having possessions, but in having a little desire. Our values are our anchor, keeping us steadfast in the midst of the tide of change and temptation. By remaining faithful to the principles of virtue, we find true happiness and profound satisfaction, unshaken by external circumstances. Calm in uncertainty. Uncertainty is an inseparable part of life. We never know what will happen tomorrow, but we can choose how we react to that uncertainty. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not external events. Realize this, and you will find strength. In Stoicism, we are taught to accept uncertainty with calmness and wisdom. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, we find calm in the midst of uncertainty and the strength to accept the unchangeable. Finding meaning in every moment. Every moment is an opportunity to live with virtue and find meaning in our lives. Seneca wrote, There is no favorable wind for a sailor who does not know the direction of his destination. In Stoicism, we are taught to live with a clear purpose and deep meaning. Every action we take, no matter how small, can be a manifestation of our values and bring us closer to a meaningful and benevolent life. By living each moment with awareness and integrity, we find deep satisfaction and true happiness, community and virtue. We are part of a large community that strives to live by virtue. In this community, we find support, inspiration, and strength. Epictetus reminds us that man is a social being. We are not destined to live alone, and we are social beings who thrive in relationships with others. In this community, we can support each other on our journey to virtue, inspire each other to be the best of ourselves, and together create a better and more equitable world. Daily reflection. One of the important practices in Stoicism is daily reflection. Marcus Aurelius wrote, when you wake up in the morning, think about the precious privilege of being alive. To breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Every day is a new opportunity to live with virtue and to reflect on our actions. By taking time for daily reflection, we can evaluate our actions, learn from our mistakes, and continue to grow as wiser and more virtuous individuals. Conclusion. Stoicism is a roadmap to a life full of wisdom, courage, justice, and temper. In each step of this journey, we are reminded to control ourselves, find peace within ourselves, transcend destructive emotions, and commit to virtue. We are not alone in this journey. We are part of a global community of those who strive to live according to Stoic principles. Together, we can inspire each other, support each other, and achieve true greatness. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, stop spending time arguing about what it takes to be a good person. Be one. Let us strive to be the best of ourselves, to live by virtue, and to find true meaning in our lives. With a steadfast heart and a clear mind, we can overcome every challenge, find peace in every moment, and live in accordance with our highest values. Let us walk together on the path of Stoicism with courage, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to the highest ideals, accepting fate with an open chest. In Stoic teachings, there is an important concept called amor fati, which means loving destiny. It's not just accepting fate with resignation, but loving everything that happens to us, good or bad, as part of our journey to virtue. As Epictetus taught, do not seek that things happen the way you want, but hope that things happen as they are, and you will have peace. By accepting our fate with open arms, we find true freedom and inner peace, simplicity in life. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of living simply. In a world that is often obsessed with luxury and overconsumption, we are taught to appreciate simplicity and find happiness in the little things. Seneca said, true happiness is enjoying the simplicity of everyday life. By cherishing what we have and not getting caught up in endless desires, we find deep satisfaction and peace of mind. Patience and perseverance. On the way to virtue, patience and perseverance are very important qualities. There are no shortcuts to wisdom and moral excellence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, do not be hasty in action, but do it with calm and consideration. With patience and perseverance, we can overcome the obstacles we face, continue to learn from our experiences, and gradually become the best version of ourselves. Giving and sharing sincerely. Stoicism also teaches the importance of giving and sharing sincerely. Epictetus reminds us that what we give, we get back. By giving to others, be it in the form of time, attention, or help, we not only help others, but also enrich our own souls. Giving sincerely is one of the highest forms of virtue and brings true happiness. Accepting death calmly. One of the most profound lessons of Stoicism is to accept death calmly. Death is an integral part of life, and facing this reality with courage and wisdom is the mark of a true Stoic. Marcus Aurelius wrote, your life is only fleeting, use it wisely. By being aware of our mortality, we are reminded to live each day with full awareness, cherish every moment, and seek to leave a lasting legacy of virtue, building a better world. As Stoic, we focus not only on self-development, but also on our contribution to society. We are reminded to use our wisdom and virtue to build a better world. Seneca wrote, there is no greater good than doing good to one's fellow man. By striving to be an example of virtue, we can inspire others to do the same and together create a more just and civilized society. Confronting injustice with peace of mind. Injustice is a reality that we often face in life. However, as Stoics, we are taught to face injustice with calmness and wisdom. Epictetus reminds us that no one can bother you unless you allow it. By maintaining our inner peace and acting with justice, we can overcome injustice in a dignified and effective way. Final conclusion. In living life as a Stoic, we are taught to control ourselves, find peace within ourselves, overcome destructive emotions, and commit to virtue. We are taught to accept fate with open minds, live simply, and give sincerely. We are taught to accept death calmly, build a better world, and face injustice with calmness. In every step of this journey, we are reminded to live with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperament. Let us walk together on the path of Stoicism with a firm heart and a clear mind. Let us be a light of virtue in an often dark world and inspire others to do the same. By living a life full of virtue, we find true meaning in our lives and become the best of ourselves. As the wise words of Marcus Aurelius say, stop spending time arguing about what it takes to be a good person, be one. Let us strive together to be the best of ourselves, live by virtue, and leave a lasting legacy of wisdom and virtue.